Hi. Hi, I'm Aiden, and if you don't know me, well then I have something you might call a mental illness. In other words, I play guitar. I'm a musician. But I also really like classic rock. People like... Oh, you know, like the greats like Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Tom Petty, but most of all, John Mayer. See, the neat thing about John Mayer isn't even his music, it's his really long thumbs. John Mayer has these mile-long thumbs, and he uses them for guitar playing. What, don't believe me like I believe Elvis is dead? Check this out. What the heck is that, John? That is a actual chord in neon. What's that, John? Hey, down here. So that leads me to my next point. I'm gonna learn neon. Hey, you're finally awake. Now, to teach you neon, I'm gonna have to teach you guitar notes. And by that, I mean I'm gonna use a piano to teach you guitar notes. But don't worry, I'll make this fun. Oh, does your little pea baby brain don't know piano terms? Well, don't worry, I'm here to teach you. Here are all the major keys on a piano. After G, they just repeat. The song Neon is in key of C minor. The relative major of C minor is E flat major. The scale of E flat major is this. Crazy. If you take a look at this guitar, it's also in drop D, which here's what that means. If I hit this string, that is an E string. What we have to do to make that drop D is tune that down to D, which if you take a look at the piano again, is just a step down. Alright, now that we know the basics, let's take a look at the right hand. John Mayer describes it like a full drum kit, with slapping the bass on the 1 and the 3, and then slapping the notes on 2 and 4. Kinda like how your dad used to come home at 4 and slap the crap out of you. That's not right. However, whenever I practiced this, my hands would always go too far from the strings. So, let's map this out. At first I thought of building a contraption that would lock my arm in place, but still letting my wrist move. At first I thought rubber bands would work, maybe attaching them to my guitar and then my arm. Then I realized I'm not smart enough to make something like that, so I made this. Yeah, it's just a bunch of nails stabbed through cardboard that I set on my lap below the sound hole. I call this contraption the No Alright I'm Lactating, or nail for short. I can't put that in. Well, you're probably wondering, hey Aiden, isn't that super dangerous? And I say, yeah, that's why it's funny. Alright, this next part is the bass. Now the bass is very complex, very confusing, unlike most bass lines, and I'm stuck and I need help, and I think I know just who to call.
What do you want?
Hey, I was kind of hoping for some bass help. I'm kind of, I got a couple things I would like your advice on.
You serious, right? Bass help? I don't want you ever calling me again unless it's for a gosh video! I'm leaving.
My bad.
Honestly, making me a little mad right now. I'm like 2 seconds away from like yelling at my mom, like cursing her out right now, okay? So I'm out of
here. Alright, my bad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so, here's how the bass line goes. Now that would be correct if I was a moron, but I'm not. Kind of. If you listen back to the Live in LA performance, you can tell that there's a lot more percussion than just slapping on the 1, 3, 2, and 4. If you go back to what I said a while ago, you're slapping the bass. However, it's just more punctuant on the 1 and the 3, but you're kind of always slapping the bass, like this. Okay, let's now take a look at the chord shapes. Alright, so these are the chord shapes along with tabs. C sus4, E. What the frick? F minor 7 add 11. What the frick? What is happening? I don't like these. Okay, so with that very unhelpful information, I now have to do the baseline all by...
Hey. Remember that thing about Grandma that we talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's actually a man.
Alright, all jokes aside, the chord shapes honestly shouldn't be that hard. They are confusing and complex, but there's really only 2 of them. The first shape is honestly basically just an inverted A minor, so a bar chord with 1 note extra. The second shape's a little more hard because John Mayer, like I said at the beginning, roll that clip. That is a actual chord in neon. What's that, John? Plays it with his thumb. However, you are able to play it with your pinky and ring finger. Alright, I ain't gonna lie to you. These chord shapes were very awkward to learn. More awkward than the time I got stuck on the roof.
Get off the roof!
I don't know how I got up here.
Why are you on the roof?
I'm trying.
What do you mean you don't know how you got up there? The ladder's right there. You gotta crack your head open.
Alright, now after you put all that together, the right hand, the left hand, the percussion, the bass, and the weird chord shapes, you finally get this. Yeah, I know it's not perfect. I had a week. Unhelpful. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Okay, so with that very unhelpful information.
Take 2. So, you know the dog?
So with that very unhelpful information, I now have to do.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about Grandma.
I gotta do. Okay, I gotta stay. Why am I always smiling? I just gotta.